Hello, my name is Thirambekir Prakash. I'm a junior studying software engineering at Iowa State University, and today I'm going to be demonstrating my rent calculator project that I made over the summer. So essentially what this project does is it acts as a digital secretary for landlords to help use to manage their properties, and it is built off of a SQL database using the SQL Alchemy API, as well as Flask, HTML, and CSS. So to start off the demonstration, I'm going to go ahead and click sign up. And for the first name of the user, it's going to be Hector. And for an email, I can just use my school email. For the password, I'm going to use hello world. Hello world. Okay, sign up. So once you successfully create an account, it redirects you to the login page where you can go ahead and actually log in. I think I typed something wrong. Okay. So here we are at the property page. This is where you can add and remove properties as a landlord. So let's say Hector wants to add a property at 123 My Street building number 6. Go ahead and click add. It adds a building to the user. And if he wants to remove a property, I'm just going to create another one just so I can demonstrate the remove property function. Remove property, building 5, redirects you to this page where building 5 is no longer here, right? Excuse me. So under building 6, under this property, you can see that there are 3 different buttons. So there are professional expenses, repairs list, and details. So professional expenses is where the landlord would go to enter any expenses that the user that they want to take upon themselves. So for example, let's say that the landlord wants to update the flooring in his building, and that's going to cost 6,000. He clicks add, and you can see that it shows the date of the change as well as the description and the cost. So if they want to go in and change that, flooring and roofing, and he wants to change the cost to $6,700.78, that updates in the table. And if he wants to delete that, it goes away. So let's go back. From a technical standpoint, this repairs tab is the exact same as the professional expenses tab. So let's say that the repair is a leaky faucet and the cost of that is $40 and the labor cost is $56. Go ahead and add that. You can see that there's a date, a description, material cost, and a labor cost. If he wants to change that, same thing as before, and a sink and broken sink. And the material cost just jumped up to 50 and the labor just went up to $70.09. That is reflected in the table. So let's go ahead and delete that just to show that that works as well. Everything is in order. We can go back, and under details, this page looks really similar to the properties page because it is, again, from a technical standpoint, identical. So we can add a tenant, and the tenant's name in our case can be Jim. Their rent could be $788.67. Their due date is the 14th of every month, and their email, I created a burner account just for this purpose, Jim309199 at email.com. And the email is sent using Gmail's free SMTP protocol, so that's why this works perfectly. So we're going to add that. Here's Jim as a tenant. If I want to add another tenant just to show the remove function, go to Kyle. His rent is $66 per month, and his due date is on the 7th of every month. And this email tab, it has to take an email, so you can't just do this. It must be a valid email address. So we're going to do gmail.com. So now we can remove him like that, like so, and he goes away. So under Jim, you can see that there is a pay option, payment history option, and a send reminder option. So the pay option basically just means that he has paid us $788.67, meaning that he paid his month's rent. Let's click that. It updates the card right here, so it shows the last payment was made on December 16, 2020. this would be useful if the landlord just wants to get a quick overview without actually having to go into the table and checking every single, value, because there would obviously be multiple values here. And if the longer they stay, the more values there would be. Excuse me. So yeah, so if the user just wants to get a really quick overview of when the tenant paid his rent last, you can just look at this last payment thing, and if it's the correct day, then he can just scroll on and not have to worry about it. Let's say that Jim did not pay his rent this month, and the landlord wants to send a reminder. So this is where the send reminder button would come into play, and the email would come into play that I entered earlier. Let's say he hasn't paid his rent, and the user clicks the send reminder button like that. And now using the SMTP, it sends an email to Jim39309 from a dedicated email that is used by the website. So I already sent an email earlier just to test if it worked, but this is the one for this one. Renttrackmanagers@gmail.com. Hey Jim, this is just a reminder that your rent of $788.67 is due on the 14th of this month. So everything is working. That's basically the functionality of this website. So now that I've demonstrated my website and all of its features and functions, I just want to say thank you for taking the time out of your day to watch this video. Worked really hard on this project, so it means a lot that you're taking the time to watch this. So yeah, thank you.